Started talking to me, bugging me.
How?
Followed me back to my building.
And?
What?
What happened?
Nothing happened.
Well, something happened.
I'm not doing this. What?
I'm just asking you.
Nothing happened.
Okay.
But he said he was gonna tell his mother something did. I can't have that.
So?
So I snapped his neck.
So you did do it?
Okay. And I put him under the concrete slab.
Were you present when the defendant made that statement?
Yes. It was voluntary, and he had been informed of his rights.
What led you to suspect the defendant in the first place?
We learned that fresh concrete had been poured in the basement of a building that he was managing a few days after Hector disappeared. Our investigation then turned up allegations that he was a child molester.
What did the defendant say when you asked him about the concrete?
That the old floor had been damaged by water from a nearby fire. We then determined that the fire occurred too far away and it was impossible for the water to get back to his building.
To obtain his statement, did you or your partner apply any coercion, physical violence, threats?
Absolutely not.
After Hector Rodriguez disappeared in 1999, what did the police conclude?
Well, officially that he had been taken by his father in a custody dispute. I disagreed.
So, the New York Police Department was wrong, but you were right?
Unfortunately, yes.
How motivated were you to prove you were right?
Not motivated enough. It took me almost a decade.
But then, finally, you had Lewis Hodda in your interrogation room.
Yes, where he confessed to murdering a 7-year-old boy. It's on the video.
I'm much more interested in what is not on the video. So, you interrogated Lewis Hodda for over 6 hours before turning on a camera. During all that time, you didn't coerce him, you didn't threaten him?
No, I followed police procedure.
Did you tell him that witnesses had seen him with other children who had been murdered?
I may have.
Was it true?
The Supreme Court has ruled that police are allowed to make misrepresentations.
By misrepresentations, you mean lies?
Basically, yes.
So, after lying to him about these non-existent witnesses, didn't you tell him, and I quote, "Nobody likes a chomo in state prison"?
Yes, but it was a matter of urgency. The defendant had another child.
Your Honor, please instruct the witness to answer the question only.
Lieutenant, you are flirting with causing a mistrial. The jury will disregard.
What is a chomo, Lieutenant?
It's a child molester.
And chomos, or child molesters, are themselves frequently assaulted in prison, are they not?
Objection. Lieutenant Benson is not a prison warden.
I'll allow it.
Yes, they are.
So you lied about having the evidence that would send him to prison, and you threatened to label him a chomo when he got there.
We had good reason to believe that he was a child molester.
And you promised to advertise that belief to ensure he would be assaulted when he got to prison. Then and only then did he confess.
He confessed because he was guilty.